Hey, nice. Now, in this session, we are almost at the time right now. We are almost in September right now. Really, really big things and neat and exciting things is about to happen in the market. Hi, Marianne, you made it. Well done. And congratulations, Marianne. I'm also very, very, very excited for you. Now, what I'm going to do right now, I am going to share my screen. Awesome. Cool. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to just answer that questions really quickly because Anne was asking, on the week two training, the IG sentiment kind of change. So yes, they change it, but the key is just to find the peak and the bottom, yeah, the top and the bottom. So if you go on to this IG sentiment, just click on that. It's slightly different right now. You kind of have to record it every single day. Yeah, you have to record it to see where it's the highest, where it's the lowest. Like, let's say if I give you an example, let's do that, or let's say Euro US dollar, let's see. So you have to find the highest and the lowest. Like for example, you see last time the highest sentiment that we've got was around here, was around 50%. You can see last time whenever it reaches here, it tends to go back up. And then what you will be doing, you will be drawing a line and call it, you know what? Next time when our sentiment reaches 50% again, things tends to go back up again. Yeah. So that's kind of what happens. So when it reaches here around 50% just right here, things start to go up. So it should say that right now, you can see we are right now just around here. So next time, if you want to know when to buy, you just have to wait for this sentiment to come back to around 50% here, and it'll be a really, really nice time to buy. Yeah. Very good questions. Yeah, that's just to update. A lot of people asking the IG platform's changed. So where is it gone? So that's where is gone. Like similarly here, when you see the sentiment was just right at the top here, you see stocks tends to go up really nicely. And then what you do, you extrapolate, you'll be calculating the number. Next time when it come to the top again, and it's gonna go back up again. That will be a good time to buy euro against US dollar. And right now we are not there yet, so it's not a really, really perfect time to buy yet. So that's kind of what happened. Yeah. Really, really powerful strategy. You want to have this in your arsenals as well, so you can get ready for that. Yeah. Really, really powerful stuff. Nice. Cool. Um, so yeah, so if you want to know, oh, should I buy euro against US dollar right now? Looking at this is a really, really good thing to do. That's the first way how you do it. The second way, you record the sentiment every single day, whether it's in a piece of paper, it in a piece of Excel sheet, anything like that. So go on client sentiment. Actually, market data is better. Go on market data. Let's see if they comes up with anything. Okay, let's go on client sentiment and then you refresh a little bit. Let's refresh one, refresh a little bit. Let's see if it comes up. Or if I go on like that, the client sentiment like that. It's just loading at the moment. So you record the numbers every single day. And then when you see it has gone to the number you never seen before, very high or very low, that will be there's where reversal tends to happen. Yeah. So you just wait for it to come back. Yeah. That's where reversal tends to happen. Just give you an example. You'll be like, okay, do I think US dollar or pound sterling is gonna go up or it's gonna come down? You click on that. GBP against US dollar. This is IG sentiment. You can record that every single days as well. Like for example, if I click GBP against US dollar, I'm gonna click market data. It's not really here, but that's fine. So yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna draw things as well, do exactly what we've done. So you'll be like, okay, let's say last time when the sheet tends to come around this level, you see this level, things started to go up like that. Yeah. And you do the same thing with this level, it starts to go up. Yeah, around this level, things started to go up like that. Okay, let me just draw properly for those who can't see. Can you see it's just around this level? Let's say it's around 50. The sentiment of the people around 50, and it tends to went back up. And then you count 50, oh, it reaches here and went back up, reaches here around 50 again, and it went up again like that. You'll be like, oh, when should I sell that? When should I sell? Same thing here. You will be like, okay, when is it tends to come down? You'll be like, okay, whenever it's like, at the bottom, just right here, at the bottom, this tends to come down. You draw a line, you extrapolate a little bit, you're like, oh, it reaches the bottom here. Okay, tends to come down for this US dollar. And then you'll be like, oh, when is it gonna come? Oh, here. And then it tends to come down. What about right now? Type in the chat box. What should we do right now? Everyone type in the chat box. What should we do right now for GBP against US dollar? The currency pair. Should we convert our pound sterling right now? Should we keep our dollar right now? Type in the chat box real quick. So, what did it say? Let's look. I didn't see it. Oops. They'll be back. Kelvin saying hi. Sean saying hi. Jack saying hi. Kelvin's asking, what do you think about the result after NVIDIA result? I love it. So I will gonna talk about that later on. So a lot of people say, Marian say, wait, we are welcome. We are well done. You're absolutely right. Yogi say right. Paddy also say right. Hi, Paddy. Paddy. Awesome. Nice. Really nice to see. We have Abby, we have Anna. Also, well done, Abby. Really, really can't wait to get you started properly as well. We have Alvin, we got Sean saying, wait. Awesome, awesome. We got you. Awesome. Nice to see you. What was I saying? So yeah, and the answer is to wait. Okay, you want to wait for it to come back to the high or the low because right now it's still in the middle. Yeah, this strategy itself, is really to put a lot of the arsenal into your basket. With this strategy itself, you can go so far. Literally, you can go so far because you kind of already know you have the arsenal in your pocket right now. You kind of have the weapon in your pocket. So you're gonna go very, very far. But if you put everything together that we added on, whew, you'll be unstoppable. Yeah. So this is why this is actually in on my website. Just go to my oops, let me unmute myself real quick. Now, did anyone hear me just now? If you can't hear me just now, say no. If you hear me, say yes. I just want to make sure you actually hear me. Awesome, awesome. I've always unmute myself. Anyway, so you can see, and thank you, thank you, thank you, Evelyn. So yeah, so this is just part on here, number four, which is the IG sentiment report. Always write it down, how to use this. Always aim for the top or the bottom. Now, I normally recommend students to screenshot this as well because the more data that you have, the better it is going to be for you. Because for this, you only got June to August. That's like 3 months. It's not enough, isn't it? So if you have a lot of data, you can keep plotting it. So your odds is gonna be on your side. It's gonna be like you're gonna know exactly what's gonna happen all the time if you have that. Yeah. Let's look at what is the sentiment for SP 500 right now to see what should we do right now. All right, let's look at these. So very similar here, very similar. And basically, every single time you will see you draw a line again, you'll be like, okay, when it reaches around 40, just probably around 40, you'll be like, okay, you look at last year, you will know, you'll be like, okay, when it spike up like that, you'll be like, this thing tends to go up like that. And you sort of draw a line. You draw a line, you draw a line, you draw a line, you draw, oh, doing. You'll be like, oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? You'll be like, oh, tends to go up. Ding, it went up. You'll be like, you draw a line a little bit, doing, a little bit, it tends to go up again really nicely. And then you'll be like, okay, there's almost something going on there a little bit, but now we are just there. So do you think it's time to go all in to buy right now? Then the chat box based on our IG sentiment, really, really powerful strategy that hardly zero people know because the website keeps changing. So how can anyone know this? So I say no, Myron say no, Amata say no, Sean say no. Absolutely, you are absolutely right. Yeah. So it's just not there yet. And if you look at our things right now, things are around here anyway. Where is that? Just around there. Yeah. Cool. Just our all-time high. So let's come back right now. And so you can see we talk about this very, very nicely. We already seen this. This is actually in our textbook examples, what happened to the market using our rhythm, step two rhythm strategy. We know exactly what's about to happen. Look, so this is what happened. We talked about last week. We have a Jackson Hole event on Friday. Is where all the Feds, everyone will come on board and talk about the interest rate. What are you going to do about it? On Friday we talk about, and they say, you know what, we're going to change our monetary policy from very tightening, from raising a lot of interest rate. Probably for the very first time, we're supposed to lower our interest rate right now. Yeah, on Friday. So the market was very excited and it went up. Historically, it normally will go around 1.5%, just right there. Last year, we have the same thing here, exactly the same thing kind of going on. Today's chart and last year's chart is almost identical. Let's have a look. So if I go on here, we talk about it like on August, just right here. It went around 1.5%, 2% just right there. And if you look at last year chart, we have the Jackson Hole event, almost every single year. It's the same thing. So sometimes if you want to know exactly when to buy and when to sell, just go back to, some years before using our step two strategy, and you will go very, very far. So this is what happened last year, exactly the same situation. So where are we? Uh, Let me type in the chat box to see when is the Jackson Hole event on. So you can be like, okay, when was the Jackson Hole event in 2024? Similar stuff. We've It's on August 20, what is that, 22nd, like that. So that's actually what happened. Just yeah, actually around here. So it's always on the Friday anyway. It's last Friday. So it's on the Friday, which is just right here. Markets went up 2%. You can't see it properly, but you see it. And then market was like consolidate a little bit, going sideways. This is Sunday, Monday, bank holiday. 27 is Tuesday, a little bit up, and then Wednesday like that, and then a little bit like that. So like that, and then 3rd of September, this is probably the jobs report, and then coming like that. That's usually kind of what happens. So there's a small kind of pullback kind of later on, just right there. Even last year was, so do we have this? We have a small pullback a little bit and then like that. But anyway, let's look at our website where we give you the exact breakdown of what exactly are supposed to happen in the market. So let's go on step, let's say 2. So you kind of see kind of here properties as well. And you will see here in August time, this is what normally happen, which is what we are seeing right now. This is not magic sciences. We've been doing this for a long time here like that. 1, and then we have 2 there going on. This is exactly what we are seeing right now before we have a really, really nice things going on in September like that. Yeah. Before we really have these nice things going in September like that. So we kind of already know what's supposed to happen in each and every step of the way. Okay, so August right now is just saying that, okay, we have a little pullback, forming a double top, which is what we are seeing right now. And then September time usually will be the time. Okay, so let's go back. What are we doing? Just going back here, just to plot the graph for you real quick. Yep, so just right there. And we have a double top drop, very similar, just right there, kind of going on. Where are we? This is 15th of August, 16. Yeah, during low interest rate time, certain sectors tends to do well. You want to write that down. This is really a nice to go in during this extreme fear time. Really nice to go in during this extreme fear time. Yeah, but let's have a look real quick. So that's kind of what happened. It went like that, and it went like that, and it went like that, and it went like that as well. So what I'm gonna do, yep. So if we go back here, you can see a double top drop like that going on. Yeah. Now, during a low interest rate time, when the interest rate is decreasing, certain sectors tends to do well. You really want to write down these a few sectors that tends to do well. So let me just show you real quick. So normally, certain sectors that tends to do well will be the sectors that actually encouraging some borrowing sectors. Like it's going to be your small cap sectors, like really encouraging a lot of borrowing sectors. It tends to do well. Ethereum tends to do well during these kind of sectors like financial companies. And number three also tends to do well as well because people get to buy, people get to sell during a lot of these situations as well. Yeah. That's during the low interest rate and environment. You don't want to get into defensive stocks at this moment in time. Yeah. Because of what happened. So let's say if we go to finviz.com, if you go to like, I don't know, like map, let's say the map a little bit, map, yeah, you can see like, for example, today's is how you can see financial sectors. Ooh, let's zoom out a little bit. You can see financial sectors has been really, really green. Yeah, one of the greenest just right here. Nvidia and yes, technology sectors also tends to do well as well. And the Nvidia is a bit tricky just because tomorrow we've got a earning release for Nvidia. Yeah, earning release for Nvidia. We're gonna and what else have we got? And industrials as well. You can see a lot of defensive sectors like what we've got, like consumer defensives is very red. Energy sector is very red. Those sectors you don't really want to get on during kind of low interest rate environment. Yeah. So um yeah, but common sense is not common practice. So now what I'm gonna do right now, some we're gonna talk about let's have a look. Let's me go on. Yep, and Nvidia a little. So some people asked about Nvidia a little bit. Let's take on Nvidia chart a little bit. So Nvidia is releasing something new. If you've been doing the earning guidance for Nvidia, you should know what numbers they are expecting, what numbers we actually want for Nvidia. If you're using the earning guidance, okay, you kind of know. Oh, what kind of like numbers kind of you expect for Nvidia, etc. So Nvidia is kind of all-time high right now. Let's say if it is really, really good and stuff like that, it would not go up more than like 10% like that. It's not going to go up so much just because we're already at all-time high. Yeah. The easiest way to make money, you already know. You already know. Which is based on our step one strategy. We wait for the things to come to us. All right. So let's go to our step one right now. So actually, yeah, let's draw some chart right now as we have some new students. Just draw some chart for them. So you go to weekly chart. As you say, the way to make money on stocks is really, really, really reliable, really, really increasing. I want to say congratulations to a lot of you who decided that you want to go all in to really learn how to build your wealth using stock market because it's one of the most reliable way to do it. Okay. Even though there might be crash coming on one or two times, but as a great trader and investor, you celebrate the crash. So you can see we are just right here. So this is where we are. It's away from a trend line, and then we draw another kind of support line just right here. So this is where the support line is. That means that it's like a good time to buy. It's just around this support line, just around this line like that. Yeah, just around this line like that. We have seen a lot of things happen in the economy. Anything that goes up will always come back down. Like 2014, sorry, 2020, 24, it looks like a rocket, like do. Where was it? Even here, it looks like a rocket that just keep going higher and higher and higher for the whole, it just keep going higher and higher, but eventually anything goes up will come back down. I show you before anyone who invested in 2024, anyone who invested a penny here, you actually lost money with just one nice correction. Everyone lost money in 1 year time. So patience is really, really, really the key here. Yeah, I cannot stress that enough. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to talk about step one right now. So let's look at here and Let's look at this a little bit. Let's look at crypto a little bit. Oops. And that a little bit. And these. So let's go to trading views as well, just to see something. So let's go on like this guy, because they have a very nice indicator on. We call it a self wealth indicator. Okay, it's a really, really nice indicator here. So it's on the website. We just added on top one really for high level students here, self breath trust indicator. So it's just here you can see toy here, it went up like that. So we're just waiting for the toy. It hasn't toy that. You can see every time it toy here at the bottom, it went up like that more than the 0.4. Things started to go up really nicely. Every time it comes to the bottom here, things started to come nicely. So right now we're kind of in the middle right there. Okay. Yeah. So that's for trading to 1, 2. Our markets right now is around okay. It's there. August 22nd, our bearish is around 44.8. You want the bearish to go more than 60, just like here, 61.9 to start to, getting ready. And let's see, we've got an AIN report. Now it comes back to our all time like that now, August 20th right now, which is just around here. And the best time to buy is when it's at the bottom, just right there. Not usually when it's here. It's at the top right there, 99, 98. Usually when it's the top, we tend to have a small correction kind of going on just right there. Can you see the correction a little bit coming down like that? Coming down like that. So we are kind of almost there. Yeah, small kind of correction going on there. Cool. So yeah, interesting times. Really, really interesting times. Let's look at this open inside. Let's go to the chart real quick here. Yep, just around there. You don't wait for the cross. Look at it. Even though interest rate was going down, we are loosening our monetary policy. We are making things easier. Still, no insiders are actually doing anything. We still hasn't got the cross. The smart people, the CEO, the officers, directors are still not, doing anything like that, which is nice. Um, so now. Yeah, so that means that a lot of the trades. So we're gonna go to our step 4 now. That means we're gonna go to our step 4 now. So what we're gonna do is go through some of your homework right now. So a lot of the stocks that we recommended, they either was gonna go still the same as SP 500, they're gonna go sideways at the moment, but eventually things is gonna come to your position. Okay? Because we look through September seasonality, we see what's gonna happen. So now it's just about going sideways a little bit before it starts to go back to the place where we actually want. Yeah. So let's look at some of your homework right now. If you've done your homework, so a lot of the trades that we recommended, you can still do it again. Okay. Right now we're in this stage of the economy. Our pull and call ratio, we want to be at the bottom. So it's not there yet. Everything is kind of the middle, just right there. Okay, cool. So let's get straight into it to look at some of your homework right now. Awesome. If you've done your homework, then the chat box say you've done your homework. Otherwise, no one will see or know. Do, 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 do. What is this? Oh my God, I think I lost it. Let's look. Awesome. So yeah, so the good news about doing this homework is that when you find something that is so huge, the earning guidance changes big time, That's where you want to kind of get ready, either put on the watch list when you see it never increase, never decrease like that ever before. That's a time to really go in as well. Yeah. So let's have a look. Who is this? Hmm. You done your homework? Just let me know so I can have a look. So I'm gonna start with do. Oops, I think this guy 87. Okay, let's refresh this. Let's have a look. So awesome. Let's have a look on this. So what is this? This is like that. 28% change. Let's see. So, for those who are new, just to let you know, we're going to fundamental analysis right now. Actually, not just fundamental, it's called insider secrets analysis. We are trying to look through the earning guidance that actually increase big time. Some of the best way to make money fast is to go through the earning guidance that increase big time and go together with the trend of the stock market. Yeah. But let's have a look. So right now, this looks nice, 60 to 77. Sometimes you'll be like, you want to put on the watch list, etc. You need to make sure it increase more than 30%. So you go to August 21st, August 22nd, 420, 77, 2.9 revenue. This is a full year guidance. So when it comes to giving the guidance, you want to make sure we are giving it in a consistent way. If you give me full year, put everything full year. Yeah. Otherwise, it might be tricky to actually compare like that. Okay. Let's do the next one. Remember, full year is always more powerful than the quarterly guidance. Let's look at this. May 23rd. What about this? Okay, they have a full year here. Let's have a look. Revenue 20, revenue 18. So it's a good to buy. 15, 13. So it's good to buy as well. Usually this is on extreme, like we'll be like, okay, will we buy this during this extreme fear? So we're gonna see if there's actually more than 30% quarter to quarter. I go to August here, is 20. This is 18. A little bit, and then 12. 15. 3 minus 12 is 3. 3 divided by 12 is around, it's almost 30%. What company is this? Intuit. What about the revenue? 20 minus 18 is 2. 2 divided by 18, not really 30%. So we want to make sure both increase 30% for us to go all in when the timing comes. Let's look at Canadian Solar. We got what 5.6, 6.1, 1.3, 1.9. So it looks like everything is decreasing 1.9, 1.3. So let's read it carefully. We short this guy. It looks like a Canadian solar company. We were just going with the guidance for expect 5.6 compared to previous 6.1. And yep, it looks like a okay short for Canadian solar. Let's have a look. Is there a reason for that drop? This is nice to know the reason. Canadian Solar, let's have a look. Irma is asking, can we sell stocks without buying? Yes, Irma, you can sell stock without buying. We call it shorting. Both. You can do it on both account, Irma. I love your question. Any more questions? Is that in the chat box? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on here and I'm going to type, what's that called? I'm going to type Canadian Solar. This is an energy sector like that. I see. So it looks like it's kind of in the at the bottom kind of already. Are we looking at this? Let's look. Swings to adjusted 21st. Can consult reported. We reported 0.72. Analysts expect 6.27. So it's actually dropping Canadian solar. Hmm. It'd be nice if the US company, but Canadian solar, so there's a potential. Just need to know what's the reason for that. Let's look at the next one first. We might come back to that. TJX, and let's have a look. So we got four, four. So it's an up, one, one. So it's an up. Could be a good buy for this, but if it's more than 30%. Raising his guidance 6 to 7 increase. How many percent? 20%. How do you know it's 20%? 4 point, I don't think so. It's 20%. You need to use a full year number. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. Riley. What about, is it more than 30% growth? Let's have a look. August here, November, August here. So 4 to 4.5, 0.5 divided by 4, probably not 20 to 30%. 1.7. So it's not something we will go all in. B. Riley. Let's see. This is what? Raise targets. Hmm. So August 21.38, 1.38. I think it's the same. Analog devices. 2.22, 1.92 is an up. Will we buy? Will we go all in when the time comes? 2.22, 1.6. So it looks like 0.4 divided by 1.6. It looks like this 40%. It looks like this is an okay buy. We just need the revenue and the EPS number. We only got the EPS here. Okay. So nice. In order for us to go all in when the time comes. Coty, let's see. So 0.55543. So it's went down quite a lot, excluding swap. Okay. Let's see this. Shares down to, where are we? Revenue, revenue. Kind of need the guidance. Are you giving me the guidance? I hope you're giving me the guidance. So this is like a short, I'm going to write down here. It's called Coty. So I'm going to go to my screen and type on here and make it Coty. Let's have a look. 26th of August, 2025. Coty. Short. Let's have a look. I'm just going to type on here. Coty, short because let's see the numbers. According to what we see, it went from 0.49 to 0.33. 0.49 to 0.33. Yeah, the EPS. Let's have a look. If students shorted on the date, which is 21st of August, what's going to happen? So a lot of our students actually shorted around theirs as well, using our strategy. So you can see students who shorted then 21st of August, let's say you are late, you get on the 22nd of August, 1 day late. It's been coming down really nicely there as well. Yeah, so if I show you here, so you can see properly it's been coming down really nicely, even though the whole stock market was actually going up during this moment. Awesome. Let's look at the next one. And why? Because this is actually something never happened before. If I read it out to you, look, this is what I meant when I say something never happened before. Look, 0.44, 0.44 always, 0.44, that's fine. 0.54, happy. 54, happy. 0.5, 0.49. We never really see it drop to 0.33 before. It's quite a drop. Yeah, you will agree. So hence, this is why I say it's never happened before. This is why plotting the earning guidance using the strategy that we taught is actually really important because then you are able to see Kind of what happened. Let's go to the next one. ATR renew. Let's have a look. This is 5, 4. RMB is like not in the US, but that's fine. Chinese film Jia Ying. Let's see. Okay, this is RMB. I kind of avoid RMB because of the currency. Armor Sports. Okay, let's look at this. I think we've done that. Okay, let's go to the next person now. Do. Let me see who else have done it. Awesome. Let me go like Good. If you just give me that, it will be really nice as well. Just give me the link so we can actually see what happened. Just give me the link so it doesn't load or stuff like that. Yeah. But if you give me the link, make sure you give the permission to all so we can actually see it. So 26. Awesome. Let's have a look. Let's go to the graph. Revising RMB 500, 900. So it looks like a drop, okay? But it's just that because of the currency, RMB is like based in China, so we're just a bit wary of that unless you backtest it. Let's backtest together. So this is 56 million, 58 million. So it's an up, it went up. 90 million is supposed to go up, but it didn't. Can you see? It just went down, even though it's 800% growth. And then another 3 million supposed to go up. It did went up. 400 million. Are we looking at the same thing? 400 million. Oh, third quarter. Okay. And this is why the consistency of the data we look at. One is the third quarter, one is a full year. So we want the whole, if you can give the full year. Yes, it's 135, 123 is the same. 900. I think it's more. This annual revenue 900 is the same. Annual revenue 500. So it looks like a big drop, like never seen before as well. Ehang Holding, interesting. Let's look. Ehang Holding, mm, yep, should be dropping like crazy. Potential. You can put it on a practice account and kind of see what happens. Awesome. So the next one. Who else have done your homework? Amartha, you can't do it on 212. If you want to short stocks, you have to use on CFD platform or your IG platform in order to short stocks. Yeah. Trading 212, if you just invest, you can't really short it unless you buy some inverse ETF. Okay. Unless you buy some inverse ETF. So yeah, so just use a CFD on the IG if you want to practice doing it. Well done. Cool. So let's look at BBAC homeworks as well. Do. Biba, I love your homework actually. Yeah, you're doing it really, really nice and really powerful and really correctly. This is exactly what's gonna happen and what we're gonna do as well. So you're doing right. I will send you another video so you kind of know what happened then. Yep, just sit tight right now and be patient for everything to come into your place. And we are not far from that. So you're doing really, really well. Awesome. Cool. So what's the conclusion? The conclusion is, look, let's say you decide to go another way. You decide to buy stock since a month ago. Let's say here, 27th of July, you decide to buy stocks. Chances are things are still exactly the same where we are right now. Can you see? It's still exactly the same where you are right now because we are now at here. Okay? She's still exactly the same. And so that's kind of what happened. And just look back really, really carefully on the seasonality just one more time. How do I do that? I'm gonna go back to my website, just like Raven Bang, like that one more time. Just be really, really clear with you on the seasonality. So you kind of know what happened. So let me just repeat. So basically on Friday, they say that, okay, cutting the interest rate is on the table. We might cut it on September, in September. And we are still depending on certain data. We are still depending on the jobs report. So we don't want so many people to get employed. We want the unemployment rate to probably increase a little bit because if so many people are actually employed, it's going to drive the inflation up. The only thing the Fed is trying to do is to make sure the inflation is okay. That's the only job of the Fed. And two things at the moment really affect the inflation. The first thing, obviously, is the interest rate. If I make interest rate the same right now, or if I decrease the interest rate, inflation is going to go up a little bit because people spend more money, can borrow money, government encourage people to borrow money. They get mortgage and all of that. So the second thing that is going to affect the inflation is how many people getting employed. At the moment, employment rate is still quite, if you want the interest rate to go down, the employment rate, you know, it, if you, basically, if everyone is employed, everyone has got money, and inflation is going to go up again. So the Fed is not going to like that. So what do we want as a trader? Usually, if you already go all in, you bought your stocks already, you want the Fed, you want the government to decrease the interest rate as much as possible. So they boost the economy, we can spend money, we can buy stuff. Normally, that's what we want. And the stock market will normally go up really nicely from that. Yeah. So that's what happens. So now what's the catalyst for us to have some correction? This is it. The jobs report is going to come out in the first week of September. So it's going to give you, normally it's on Thursday, normally it's on Wednesday, on Friday, on Thursday, it's a non-farm payroll, all of that unemployment rate. That's going to shake the markets a little bit. Yeah. So that's probably, yep, that's on first week of September there as well to give you a really, really nice chance to get in as well. Yeah. So as I said one more time, just look at our seasonality real quick. It's been really playing okayly by the book at the moment. If I show you here, yeah, playing really okayly at the moment, just right there. And you will see August time, we are just around here. So this is exactly what happened. August time is supposed to do that. And then we have a September time. That's kind of what happened during September time like that. Yeah. So it's a really, really good timing. You want to get ready. And then, yeah. And then we have a really nice winter rally. You want to get into the right stocks. Yeah. So excited for the apprentices who get accepted, who are in, because we're going to do one-to-one, which is to build your wealth, build your plan very, very excitingly. Awesome. That's it for now. Again, this is to keep you disciplined. This is to keep you accountable. This is so that you know exactly what's going to happen. The stocks that we recommended last time will still continue. We recommended some stocks already, and they have been doing quite nicely. Brace, Molina, Franklin, General Mills, they're all doing really nicely for our students as well. And a lot of the stocks that we recommended, that means the whole 1 month, anyone who actually recommend to buy or sell anything is we're just going to be stagnant for the whole 1 month because seasonality says so. A lot of people are going on holiday at the moment, or like August time, like stuff like that. A lot of students going on holiday. That's crazy. I'm not even joking. And the good news is it's more important to invest in yourself big time right now so you can go on the holiday like you never seen before. Yeah, so excited for a lot of you. As you say, how do we change how a lot of our students change their life big time, able to go on holiday big time because they already they experience between 1 to 2, 3 extreme figures. Then the one-to-one we do the apprenticeship. Awesome. That's it for now. I hope you learned something new. And may the buck market be with you and doing really, really nice. If there's any questions, just text me. I'm going to be here to support you no matter what happens. Marian, you're welcome. Amita say thank you. You're welcome. And Bibek say thank you. And you are welcome as well. Stan, you're welcome. Cool. So let me just see. I'm gonna go through feedback. Let me see if this feedback. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah. So the next step, let me see. This is Live 360, Palantir, NVIDIA, Micron. So the next step be back for you is literally understanding what the company actually does. Yeah, you're trying to understand, okay, what is the actually company doing? I saw your work. It's really beautiful, really, really nice. It looks like there's quite a lot of data here as well. So no, the next step, let's say if I go through here, is I will be asking you when would you go all in to buy stocks like this? Okay. So I'm talking to BBAC right now, personally, right now. So let's see. Just gonna do some of your homework. So let's say this is January. I will be asking you, would you buy here? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna do 1.92. So it's just a small growth, so you wouldn't buy that. What about here? So 2, so this is 13, 16 growth over growth over the quarter, 13. So this probably, yes, the sales growth is more than 30%. What about the EPS growth? 0.9 to 0.59. It looks like you're giving Q1. If you have the full year, it'll be really nice, but it's fine if you don't. So EPS is 0.59, 0.9. So it's a lower than that. So you wouldn't have bought this because is lower than that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Another year. This is just to analyze, to backtest a little bit to see when you will start buying this stock. So this is going to be 2.8, 2.6, 0.59, 0.65 over the full quarter. 2.8. Also not really 30% growth. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, 3, 0.7. Also not 30% growth. What about this? 4. So this is where it starts to grow 30%. January 4 to 3. So that's quite a big growth. 0.49. Hmm. 28 increase of the first quarter. Sales is 4. Okay, let's get the one before this one. October. 3, 3. Okay, let's get a full year. If you have the full year, I would just use a full year all the time or all the way. So this is what? 0.48, 0.78. So it looks like this is EPS double. And this also increased 1 divided by 3, 30%. So you'll be like, okay, I will start buying these stocks since this time, every time I reach extreme fear. Why? Because the sales actually grow from 3 to 3.9. That's 30%. And then the another one is 0. What we have here. Another adjusted EPS full year is 1.82 and the full year is 2.94. So it looks like a drop. Let's have a look. 0.48 full year. Full year. I'm just looking at a full year now. 12 to 14. So it's not that you wouldn't buy this as well, just because that is actually a drop. So let's see where you actually start buying this guy. Just trying to see the 30% growth. 3 to 4. Okay, this is growing. And then 0. Over the previous quarter, 40 to 50% increase. Adjusted EPS 0.64 to 0.66. 40 to 50% from the second quarter. Hmm. I think the way they calculated is a bit wrong, but I'm going to take the way you do it because we can't calculate like that. Because when I calculate that 0.79, 0.64, some numbers are missing here, but I'm going to take this. So this is 40 to 50% compared to last quarter. So it's more than 30% is a growth, 36% is a growth. So April 23rd, when it's extreme fear, you would have go all in and you make a lot of money. Our students did went in. So from probably around 7, it went to around 12, 10, just like that. Yeah. 80% growth just like that in a very short space of time. So would you still buy now for the next one? You want to check again, check the 30% again. So they say 50 to 58%. Yes, very good. 34 to 36%, still very good. So this is definitely one of these things you will buy during extreme fear. Amphenol. Yeah. Some people might not understand what I'm talking about right now. That's fine. I'm just talking to be back right now at a bit high level. Okay, so well done, you're doing it well. So you want to make sure the latest one is actually more than 30% for you to go all in during the next extreme fear, which is in probably September. Cool. The next one, I'm just going to see who else have done the homework because I might have missed you. If I have missed you, you want to say it. Okay, let me go to Market Screener and do it together. So go to Market Screener and you go on analysis, go on news, go on companies, go on guidance. And then you want to be like, okay, September look like a shorting month potentially. But shorting is not the easiest way to make money. Buying is, but you want to play around with it. So click profit warnings. So just change this all countries to North America, something like that. So let's see, do we have anything? We actually don't have anything. Data, Walmart, today's 26. So we have Walmart, we have Oster Lorry, we got Lorry, James Hardy Furniture, all of that. So 20, so since 20. So it's just, let's have a look one by one. I'm going to click all of that. Walmart, Astor Lorry or Lauder. What else do we have? Lowy, whatever that is, Jamie, Furniture. Let's look really quickly to see if it's big. So what is this? Darko New Energy Report 75 vs the analysis 11. So it's around 50% less. So this is a good thing to look at it. Okay, it's a good thing to like. We might look at it later. Walmart, let's have a look how much Walmart actually dropped. Does it say anything to do with earning guidance? So Walmart actually raised the full year earning guidance. So we wouldn't short this. Oster Lauder, let's see. I'm just going to expect a return of positive growth, notably thanks to the progress made and all of that. So we don't have anything too positive on the word. So if you're positive growth, it's not what we want to show. To show you want everything to be bad. Updates financial guidance for the period, expect 84, previous 83. Still up, so not the one. James Hardy. Updated outlook reflect weaker than anticipated. What about the numbers? Expect 2.68 billion. What about previous? Didn't disclose segment-based guidance. Expect in the range. So we have to compare, go to the companies directly and kind of compare, kind of see what happens. So these are the two companies I will compare. Let's see more. What about this? KDL press release. Okay, let's compare this now. So because it didn't say what happened before, because we want to compare the one that we have before. James Hardy. I'm going to type James Hardy here. Oh, it's like a New Zealand company, is it? Okay, let's have a look. So I want, let's say press release. So I want to see what happened before. So it was going to be July, June issue guidance. Let me just see if I can actually get those. This is the number. This is the number. This is the number. This is the number. Guidance is here. Okay, let's see all of this. And let's compare this. So first, 2.68 to 2.85 in his sliding and trim business. Sliding and trim 2.678, 2.68. So it's an increase, so nothing to look at. I'm going to cancel this straight away. Let's do another one. 775 million for its deck rail accessory segment. 775 million. So it's very, very similar, nothing too short. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Last one, which is just Darko New Energy. Can we show this guy? Let's have a look. Let's just read the earning guidance if they give us. If they don't, then it's okay as well. Authorize a buyback plan and all of that, all of that, all of that. 8 hours, 8 hours. Announce second quarter result. They don't really give the guidance. That's fine. If there's no guidance, it's absolutely fine as well. So here, here, here. Yeah, because the earning okay, there's guidance here. Okay, so we got the guidance here. So I'm gonna go back to July, probably May. Provide production guidance. Let's see what we can compare and contrast this a little bit. So, in April, company expects between 110 MT for the full year. What about in that one for the full year is 110. So it's the same, nothing much. 110 to 130, 110 to 140. So it's a 10 MT drop. Okay, it used to be 110 to 140 in April. The latest one is 110 to 130. So it should be a drop. Let's see if it drop. Darko new code. Darko new energy code. Yeah, a little bit like that, not much, because the numbers are very similar anyway. So that means what? Because shorting is a very dangerous sport, so you want to make sure it actually never happens before. Yeah. So is where is the number? The number that we want is the same 110. It says 110, 110, 140, and we saw here 110 as well, and 130, just a little bit drop. We want to be at least 10%. The more percentage, the better. Awesome. That's it for now. Annabelle asking, when the stock country is North America, but the earning guidance is RMB, do you tend to ignore it? Yes. Unless I backtest it properly, if it works really beautifully in the past, then I will continue. If it doesn't, then it's just a bit tricky. Yeah. If it that works in the past, I will continue. If it doesn't, then it will be just a little bit tricky. Awesome. That's it for now. And kindly check. Okay, let's look at Alvin. Alvin wants me to check his homework. Anyone wants me to check your homework, say it now. I'm giving you a chance, so please say it now. And if you have your homework, just put the homework into like page number 1. So I know which page we are on about. Yeah. Is it this one? Awesome. Okay, let's just wait for the load. If it is not loading, then sometimes giving the link will help as well. Okay. Let's wait for Alvin's one. What's the name of this company? 26. Give me the name of this company. Alvin, type in the chat box. I will have a look. Let me see. I was just powerful growing above some trinkle. People, you're doing so well. Ihang, okay, well done. We've done the Ihang just now. Yeah. I think Anne was doing the Ihangs as well. It's just that when we back test in the past, it didn't tend to go down beautifully. Okay. That's just the situation. Ihang Holding Limited. What's this? A holding company. Autonomous aerial vehicle for Asia, mobility. What is this? Let's look. Oh, it's a plane company. It's flying. We're gonna fly now. Oh, it's a drone. That's like a drone company. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so we will backtest just now from our beautiful and really, really hardworking students, which is just here. Which one? This one? Yeah, the Yihang just right here. We were backtesting just now. We're just trying to understand the number. Look, 200% increase, supposed to go up, but it was just coming down. And then this 800% increase, it went up. 800% increases went down. Yeah, it's because different companies, this is a bit tricky. So 500 will probably don't have anything reduced like that. in the past. But yeah, give it a try to put in a practice account and see kind of what happens. Yeah, interesting though. Awesome. As you said, if the stock market crash, the whole thing is going to crash anyway. Awesome. That's it for now. And yeah, be patient, sit tight, get ready. Just watch the step one on my website. Get ready all the time. What do you really want when you can't really find any 10%? What do you do when you can't really find? Yes, there's a season for everything because now it's earnings season was around last week and stuff like that. I think I might post when it's the next earnings season. I think let me see what do we have. Yep. So sometimes because companies disclose it every a few times and stuff like that. So the question was, what do you do when you can't really find any 10% kind of guidance? Yes, because sometimes earnings seasons is like that. It's like we have 5,000 companies. They all normally release their earnings in the same month or the same week. So the week after, there's nothing going on. So it's just that during that week, you have to get in, you have to get in a little bit more. Okay, Abu is asking what is defensive stocks like? Yes, defensive stocks is like utilities, it's like let's have a look. So if you're gonna go to Finvis just right here, if we're gonna go on to this map, so you will see all of these here, our beautiful things. Defensive store. We have discounted stores like your Walmart, beverage, non-alcohol, packaged farm, confecting, household, your tobacco. All of these things going on right here. Yeah. The thing about sectors is that, that's what defensive sectors. Some sectors sometimes change from time to time. They put something out, put something in, put something out, put something in. So, yeah. Awesome. Let's see what else you got. Amata, in the life, if you were to invest, what would be the least amount you go with? Any amount, Amata? What do you do? Awesome. That's it for now. Hope you learned something. And I will speak to you very, very soon. Kind of get ready. Put it on, put on your like, for those who are new, who are scared, put on your practice account some of the trades that we recommended a few weeks or days ago, because eventually things is gonna come down to your way. It's just a matter of time. Big Bear Holding. Let's look at what Big Bear Holding was doing. Big Bear Holding. Yeah, Big Bear Holding. Since we talk about quite sometimes, I think a lot of people recommended it as well. It's just, going slightly like that. We're shorting it, so it's going something like that. So well done on that. Cool, awesome. And um to have more confidence in the stock, the more data that you have, the more earning guidance that you have that you plot, the better it's going to be for you. Yeah? Awesome. So that's it for now. Speak to you very, very, very soon. Take care now. So let's see. We've got, so take care. We have Amu, we have Alvin, we have Amata, Anna, we have Armin, we have Barry, we have Bibe, we have Bruno, we have Calvin, we have Dabo, we have Evelyn, we have Jay, Jack, Marian, Michael, Paddy. Time is about to be there. So get ready. Theo, we have Veronica and Yogi. Awesome. Awesome, Party saying thanks. You're welcome. Amata Party, I'm really excited for you. Take care, everyone. Barry, yes, so we have Theo. Really hope you have a really nice evening. Everyone, sleep tight. Get ready. Look at the step one. All right. Awesome. Jay, we have Marian. You're welcome. Really, really nice to see you. Very, very excited.